Hello Spinner94, and today we have another Pokemon battle. This was done off my stream I just had a couple of hours ago. This was a really good battle. I got to show off a Mon I've been wanting to show off for ages. So thank you for everyone who turned up, old and new. And if you're new to this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me out a load, as I say, if you want to see more battles and that kind of stuff. So let's jump into this battle and see how it all pans out. Right, so we're going to jump in this battle. We are challenged by James and I believe it's pronounced Cloud. So they are going to lead off with Slurpuff and Swampert here, two quite deadly mons here. The Slurpuff I'm quite worried about cover, of course, what should we call it, the belly drum, because if the belly drum gets off, it's going to wreck face. So I bring out illumise, and illumise is an awesome little Pokemon. It actually gets access to Prankster. Prankster not as good as it used to be, because you can't do against dark types. This is where bug typing comes in, because obviously bug are effective against dark. So we'll go get intimidated here. Scizor is going to be screwed over by that, and Scizor does not predict the switch and go straight for the bullet punch. I don't blame them, not wanting that Slurpuff to do anything. So I do predict that and go for the toxic. I either predict the switch, or if it didn't want to stay in, it's going to have to put up with a toxic, as hopefully I could charm it to death at that point. So I do manage to get the poison on this thing, where this thing is going to set up Stealth Rocks, and it's not good for me because I realised after those Stealth Rocks get up, everything on my weak A is kind of weak to Stealth Rocks, so every time I switch I'm taking 25% damage, so I have to kind of stick with my guns here. So I decided to go with Charm, obviously, to get this thing at -2 attack. That can really nerf a Pokemon. -2 attack just completely shuts it down, as this thing goes for a Dragon Dance, so thankfully it is a wasted turn because nothing was going to be able to outspeed this Gyarados anyway. I nearly called it a Dragon Dose. If it ever gets a Dragon type, then that's what it is, Dragon Dose. So we've got Greninja comes in here, which I didn't know how to feel about that switch here, as I didn't quite know what this Greninja could do. So EQ is going to connect. Luckily Greninja is going to live that. I'm going to be able to resist that nicely. Bug does resist ground here. Lunae, not the bulkiest Pokemon, but it's definitely something I want to try out. It's something I encourage, actually, as I say. One of the few Prankster Pokemon. Not a lot of people know it gets Prankster, so you are able to trick things out. It also gets access to stuff like Thunder Wave and that kind of stuff. So Poison's going to slowly start killing this Gyarados off here, as I do decide to go for a Toxic again, but unfortunately the Swampert avoids the attack. It's really annoying having Toxic at 90% accuracy, but so is Thunder Wave now, so I suppose it evens it out, with Thunder Wave being 100% accuracy as well, dominated VGC, but still a pretty good move to use. Honestly, that 10% sometimes plays in useful, sometimes it doesn't. So the Swampert's actually going to get flinched here. Good job, because if this thing had started attacking Illumise, say, I wouldn't have been having a great time. So more Lefty's recovery here, as more poison. As I say, this is quite a stally game. So I decide at this point it's probably time for me to just keep using Charm to try and shut down this Gyarados as much as possible, because it's only got a turn or two left in it here. It can't really do too much, and especially with an Earthquake at -3 attack, it's not going to do much to me, and it's not going to do much to Greninja either, so I'm pretty much laughing at this point. As Dark Pulse is going to connect on Swampert, that is going to do a nice little chunk. As Swampert decides to go for Roar here and rolls me out, which is not a bad little move, because now it can keep getting the Stealth Rock damage and keep switching about. So I bring in Kite here, which is my Mantine, which I do want to ask a question for. Mantine got a buff in this generation, but since I'm bringing one from Oras, does the Oras one get that buff as well? I'm not entirely sure, but I don't remember my Mantine having this much health, so I want to say yes, because I know it's something ridiculous, like an extra 30 points in I want to say health, or is it special attack? I'm not entirely sure, but hey ho. But unfortunately Vikavolt comes in here, and that is not great for me. Obviously electric types, I don't like that. It's Ice Fang, neutral damage, but after, -3, not going to do a damn thing. The Mantine with me being bulky as hell. Critical hit from the Dark Pulse there, which definitely makes an impact later on. So I do get my sub up, I get my free sub. I'm less than half healthy, which is not great, as Lefty's is going to kick in, as I'm slowly this Gyarados is finally going to go down to the poison. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm behind these subs, so I am able to make one play here without anything going too bad. But unfortunately the Slurpuff comes in. At this point I'm like, I need to scowl this thing, I need to burn it, because it's going to set up a belly drum, because this is an ideal opportunity. So Rock Slide is going to connect on the Vikavolt here, do a nice little chunk of damage here. Unfortunately it doesn't get flinched, the Slurpuff here, as it is going to get the belly drum off. It is going to get the Citrus Berry off, so now it is a +6 attack, and it has doubled its base speed because of Unburden. It's one of the deadlier combos in the game. So I'm going to go straight for a Scald here. That does a huge chunk of this Slurpuff here. I don't think this thing has anything invested in special defense or anything, or even full special defense, because that seems to do a load. So that's why I'm unsure whether Mantine got a special attack increase as well. So down goes Greninja here from the Buzzbug here. Good job it's not connecting on me, because I believe Buzzbug does actually go through this substitute here. So in comes Conkeldurr here. I'm thinking, okay, is this thing going to be my saviour or my downfall, because I know this thing can get priority, so if you can just hit the Slurpuff with a priority, it might do something. But unfortunately Drain Punch is going to connect, and surprisingly at +6 it didn't kill that Conkeldurr off, maybe because it wasn't stabbed. So it gains all his health back, which is not good for me. This is the beginning of the end, as I am going to go for a Scald and do a nice little chunk to it, I suppose. It's getting near the edge of death, so I go for a Rock Slide Slide here, the Rock Slide does take out the Vikavolt, and the Slurpuff is now on very little health here. So at least the Vikavolt is down, and I must say my partner here is definitely liking using the Rock Slide. Rock Slide on Greninja, Rock Slide on Conkeldurr here. Someone definitely fears Talonflame of the rock, all the flying types that I'm talking about, like Salamence and stuff. So Swampert comes back here, and I'm thinking, okay, I can't really do much to this, so I'm going to have to just keep really putting pressure on the Slurpuff here. Thankfully, the Slurpuff decides to go for a kill instead of hitting the sub, because if it hits the sub, it still gains health back, and it would have gained a little bit of health back for me there. So I do go for the Scald here, and it is just enough to take Slurpuff out here. No more +6 shenanigans for you, as this cream cake of death is destroyed. So I didn't really want to get wrecked by a cake, so I'm pretty glad I got out there, as Raw is going to make me switch out here. And here's another really trolly moment of the match. I get Stealth Rocked here, and of course after Stealth Rock damage that's 25%, so I'm near my emergency exit. So it brings a Nidoking here, and our partner does try to bring on Scizor again, and I make a huge misplay. I decide, well, I'm going to go for the super effective move on the Nidoking, realising this thing is going to be faster and it's going to make me emergency exit out. So Bullet Punch is going to connect on Nidoking here, doing a sizable chunk of damage, as Sludge Wave is going to hit both him and me, so he is affecting his partner a bit here. So it's not very effective on Swampert, but Waterfall is going to connect on Scizor here, which I find really interesting, because why didn't the emergency exit trigger? Is it because I took Stealth Rock damage before? So do I need to take 50% health before it goes? Is emergency exit 50% health done, or 50% of your actual health? I'm a little bit confused on that. So yeah, I may have inadvertently got Hack's lucky, and this thing definitely has emergency exit, as people seen it do that before, so I was a bit weirded out by that. So Night Slash going to connect on Swampert. It's not going to do too much, as EQ is going to connect on me as well. Doing sizable little chunk here, as I believe I do decide to go for Leech Life here, trying to recover some HP, but this thing is definitely a bulky wall, considering, you know, max adamant Geislopod here. I do get that HP recovery, which I'm still bewildered about that emergency exit. Why on earth didn't that click in? So he is going to get some more lefties recovery here, but unfortunately he's at low enough health. I'm feeling pretty confident he's definitely going to attack. I don't think he has rest, as I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch and kill this thing before it has a chance to do anything to us. So down goes Swampert here. U-turn obviously not going to do anything, so I'm a bit cautious on what mon he's going to bring in next here. What's his final mon? What's his final trick? So he brings in Salamence here, which is not good for us. That Intimidate is definitely going to screw us over. I'm not going to be able to do too much. Bug's not very effective. Water's not very effective. Sucker Punch is only effective every attack, so he could be a Dragon Dancer. So I decided to make a hell of a risk here and switch and go into Illumise to basically throw my way the match. But Stealth Rock does a shit ton of damage to me. That looks like over 25%. So Bullet Punch is going to connect. Scizor is going to have one last dance before it goes down. EQ is going to connect on both. It is good for me. It's not going to kill me, but unfortunately it kills the Scizor, so preying on my luck there. So after that, I'm going to get some HP recovery here, and I nearly made a bit of a misplay here. I decide to go for a Charm to get this thing at -2 damage. So what I see for me, this is a double edge, and this is probably meant to be a Mega one, but you can't use Megas in the multi battles I have on stream until we can get like proper Smogon moves enforced. So I live on 3 HP, that is coming in very clutch there, as I do decide to start going for Roost here, which is perfect. I'm going to keep on roosting, I'm going to keep healthy, as double edge is going to connect to me again, but judging by the recoil damage and judging by how much I will recover, I know for a fact I'm going to be able to win the stall war here. So at the end of the video, we're definitely having a stall war here. I'm winning a lot of games through this these days, which is definitely not good. Definitely lowering my skill ratio here, as the Salamence does decide to also go for a Roost, so we're doing a bit of a mirror battle. So after saying that, I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity here. I'm going to go straight for a Toxic here, get the timer going, and I believe he does decide to go for a Dragon Dance here. But the perfect thing is, Dragon Dance becoming a very popular move in this generation, even more popular than it was in 6. Thankfully, there's the Illumise, counts that perfectly with Charm. Yeah, you might get your -1 attack, but I'm going to get you could +1 attack, but I'm going to make you -1 when Charm kicks off, so you're not going to be nearly as effective. And the best part is I have recovery, I have Toxic, I am able just to stall you out for days. So Illumise, I'm going to start bringing to a lot more matches to see how it fares with the multi-battle meta game. As I say, Illumise was able to hold here. I definitely recommend giving a try at one yourself. If you want to know the EV spread of it, ask in the comments below. I might tell you a bit from my side. It's a bit of a secret set, so have to see how it pans out. So the moveset's not so secret, but the EV spreads is a little unusual on this one, but I found it actually works in its favour. So going for the Roost, obviously make me back at full health. He's going to double edge to me. He's not going to be able to do much. He's going to just try to kill me, but lowly through double edge and toxic, he is going to be the instrument of his own demise. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you all for watching, thank you all for turning up the streams, it's been good stuff. There's not going to be as many battles uploaded on the channel, as I say, I'm slowly getting ready to go back to Japan again and stuff like that, so the hype is kicking in for that. I'm getting hang around with my friends a bit more, having a few drinks and saying me sayonaras before I nick off. So that is the battle there. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.